Okay, good evening, everyone. I hope for the online my voice is clear for all of you. Can you please confirm in the chat box? Let me give the bucket name properly. Wait. Please explain me how to create access key and secret key. I think with this we have done a lot of times, right? So Nikhil, like it is very easy process, man. First of all, you need to go to console, type IAM. So you're going to create a user. Okay. Once if you create a user, so here in the user section, go for security credentials. Here click on create access key and secret key. Okay. So if you go and click on create access key and secret key, you'll be getting a secret key and access key like this. So if you go for security credentials, so let me remove one. Let me create access key for the new user. For fresher, like I'm gonna here, security credentials. So click on create access key, select the CLI, confirm, next, and give the description if you want, but it is not mandatory. If you click on create access key, already the keys will be coming to your console. Hope it is clear for you, Nikhil. I mean, again, that we have done in Ansible that I have shown you on like 3 days in the cops itself. Okay. Let me change the bucket name. Okay, so cluster will be creating itself, by the way. So in the meanwhile, today I'm going to show you how to monitor the microservice architecture. In last class, we have seen the monitoring of normal servers, monolithic servers. But in real time, if you want to monitor the microservices cluster, so Kubernetes cluster, in that case, how you are going to monitor? That part we are going to discuss now. But before I go and teach you the how to monitor the cluster, here the first thing you need to have the clarity is today I'm going to set up the Prometheus Grafana from the Helm charts. In last class, I used Prometheus Grafana for the script, correct or not, guys? But in today's session, I'm going to use Helm charts. From the Helm chart, I'm going to show you how to deploy the Prometheus Grafana here. But first of all, what is a Helm chart? So that you need to understand. Let me go and start teaching you the Helm charts here. Give me a second. Helm charts. Where it is Helm chart? Yeah. Here comes the Helm chart things, no? Wait. Where is your notes? So see now, basically, what is a Helm in Kubernetes? Helm is a package manager in Kubernetes to install packages. For Red Hat, which package manager we use? For Ubuntu, why we use them to install packages? But in Kubernetes, if you want to install any package, for Kubernetes, I need to use something called as Helm. So it is to install the application on the, let's say in my cluster, I want to install a package. Let's say I want to install Tomcat. I want to install Jenkins or I want to install Prometheus. For each and every software installation, I can use the Helm. We can install and deploy applications by using Helm. Not only software, sir, we can also install and deploy the application. In real time, your application can be deployed with the help of Helm charts also. In Kubernetes, it manage every resource from the Helm charts only. So basically here, what is a chart here? Chart is nothing but simply, it's a collection of manifest files. See, sir, I want to create a pod or I want to create a replica set. Or let's say I want to create some namespace. What you are going to do, you are going to create a manifest file. From the manifest file only you are going to do it or not, sir? Now, collection of manifest files together is what exactly we can call as chart actually. Which one? Chart. In interview, they will ask you, what is a Helm chart exactly? Helm chart is nothing but, for example, let's say I have 3 manifest files. How many manifest files? First manifest file will create a replica, like deployment actually. Second manifest file is for service. Third manifest file is for config map and secrets. If I combine all of the manifest files and execute them together, that is what exactly I can call as Helm chart. Which one? Here chart is nothing but collection of files organized in a directory structure. So chart is a collection of manifest file and a running instance of chart with a specific configuration is called as release. So this is the complete information about the Helm charts. So again, Helm is a package manager for Kubernetes cluster. Just like we use Yum for Red Hat, apt for Ubuntu, in Kubernetes we need to use to install packages. It can use it to install packages. We can use it for deploying the application. We can use it to manage the Kubernetes resources and everything we can do. And chart is a collection of files organized in a directory structure. So it is nothing but collection of manifest file. And if any chart is having any specific version or specific configuration is called as instance here. Okay, sir, like what are the advantages? What are the advantages of using Helm charts? Helm charts is using a lot of advantages. First of all, deployment can be done very easily. Second thing, maintaining the application and deployment will become very easy. Your productivity will become very easy. What will become very easy? Speed of the deploying application will become very Easy. Let me show some of the examples. If I go to Google here, and if I go and type advantages of Helm charts, if you go and see blog of the medium, are you seeing the increasing of productivity? Are you seeing the reduce the complexity of deploying microservice? That means easy deployment actually. This point I said, this point also I said. And enhancing deployment. So these are the most advantageous benefits for our Helm chart. So whatever I said, you are seeing the same thing here. Let me grab them here. So advantages. What are the advantages, sir? First of all, your productivity will be boosted as well as complexity will be reduced. That means deployment will become very easy. And third one, enhance the deployment speed. So these are the primary advantages of using Helm charts over manifest. So is the concept of Helm chart clear for all of you? Simply instead of deploying a package from the manifest file, I'm using charts here. What I'm using? Again, what is a chart? Collection of manifest file. So online is the intro of Helm charts clear for all of you? Can you please confirm in the chat box? Okay, fine. So now here in my cluster already my cluster got created here. So what exactly I'm going to do now is, wait, I'm going to show you that how to install Prometheus application from the Helm charts. What you are going to use? Prometheus application from the Helm chart. Okay, of course, I'm going to install Prometheus. I'm going to install Grafana. If you want me to install, I can install Tomcat also. Anything you can install from the Prometheus. I mean, sorry, Helm chart here. So already I have my worker nodes available. So we can use them. Let me go in, install Helm chart. So to install anything, what is the best thing we are going to do, sir? We are going to use, hey, all setups, man. Helm can install anything, but to install Helm, what are you going to use? Rahamsar scripts. Correct or not? Fine. So here, wait, helm.sh. You can see this one here. See this one? Directly go and copy these three comments. First comment will download the Helm file, Helm binary file. Which one? Give the executable permission, chmod +x or chmod 777 you can give, and run the script actually. So finally check the Helm version. That's it. These are the four commands what you are going to run. And again, these commands I have given to your notes actually. So you can take it from there. Is Helm install now? What is the Helm version? 3.15.3. And Helm is written on the Go programming language, sir. Which programming language? So if you want me to show Helm written on which language? Which programming language? Go programming language. And Kubernetes also written on Go programming language. Huh? Your Docker also written on Go programming language. And in upcoming days, I'm going to teach Terraform. That is also written on Go programming language. The Helm client and Helm library is written on Go programming language. The library uses the Kubernetes client library to communicate with Kubernetes. So in Helm, we have two components. One is Helm client, second one is Helm library. Let me explain the architecture for you. So if I go and type Helm architecture, you can see majorly two components. Okay. This is the architecture actually. Components. You can go and check out this one. The diagram. Wait. I can take this diagram. So basically in the Helm repository, we have all the Helm charts. For example, to install Prometheus, I have Prometheus Helm chart. To install Grafana, I'll have Grafana Helm chart. To install, like for example, Docker or Tomcat, I have Docker Helm chart and Tomcat Helm chart. Every Helm chart will come from Helm repository. Where it come from? Who will take that Helm charts? My Helm client will take it. Who will take it? Helm client will take that repository and give it to the Kubernetes cluster. Which one? Kubernetes cluster. So how Helm client will be interacting with the Kubernetes cluster means, okay, here we have something called as gRPC. So this is responsible for giving the Helm charts from the Helm repository to the Kubernetes cluster. Now, if you want me to show on some other way, wait. There it is. I want to show you the best diagram to make it very easy for you. So in the Helm repository, we have the Helm charts that will be given to the Helm client. From the Helm client, automatically my Kubernetes API will take it and it is directly going to deploy it. Okay. So let me draw this architecture for you. Architecture. First of all, first point number one will be Helm repo. Which one? Helm repos. It has all Helm repos. That means Helm charts actually, which is publicly available. Publicly available. Second one is Helm client. What is the work of Helm client? Downloads Helm charts from Helm repos. Okay. Third one is API server. Okay. Downloaded Helm charts will be communicated with API server. Okay. This is the simple flow. First, Helm repos will be on Helm charts will be on Helm repos that will be downloaded by Helm client. Later, it is going to execute by the API server. So I have installed the Helm here. So now I'm going to install metric server. I think all of you know how to install metric server, right? Yes or not? The reason why I'm installing metric server is to get the CPU and RAM. But immediately if I go and type kubectl get TO, I mean like kubectl top nodes or kubectl top pods, is it going to work? No, it will take some time to initialize. Buffer time will be 30 seconds to 1 minute to get the metrics of a nodes or pods. So wait for that 30 seconds. Is my metrics server working now? Is it working or not? Okay. So next year, after installing the metric server, next I'm going to install Prometheus from the Helm charts. What I'm installing? Later I'm going to install Grafana. So both I'm going to install. So first of all here, with the help of Helm repo, I'm adding called Prometheus community. This is the name of the repo actually. What it is? Name of the repo. And this repo is coming from this location. Remember, all the Helm charts will be maintained by community people. Who will maintain the Helm charts? They will build the Helm charts and going to make it publicly available for everyone. What is the work of our DevOps engineer in real time will be take that Helm charts and download them, use them. So with the help of Helm repo, I'm adding the repo name is Prometheus community and it is coming from this location. Let me show this location. It is a GitHub path actually. If I open this one, are you seeing the Helm community here? So from this, it is maintaining. Remember, all of the charts will be maintaining by community people. Which one? Of course, if you want to contribute, you can also contribute. But for that purpose, you need to know how to use the Go programming language. Okay. So let me add the Helm repo first. For Prometheus, I added the Prometheus repo. And if I want to work with Grafana, I need to add the Grafana repo. Both I have added. So give the command Helm repo list. Are you seeing the two repos here? First one is Prometheus. Second one is, once you download any repo, first of all, you need to update them. What you need to do? Why? Because it might have some latest features available. So that is the reason why I'm going for the command Helm repo update. So now it is updating. If it is having any new features, it is going to download. But if it doesn't have, it will be fine. That's it. First of all, I download the Prometheus repo. Second one, I download the Prometheus repo will install Prometheus for me, and Grafana repo will install Grafana. So now to create the Prometheus from the Helm chart, I am creating a separate name space for Prometheus. Okay. KubeCut will create namespace for Prometheus. Why? Because all the Prometheus pods I want to put on Prometheus namespace only. All the components of Prometheus I want to put on Prometheus. Similarly, all the components of Grafana I am going to put on Grafana namespace itself later. So if you want me to show the namespace, give the command KubeCut will get ns. Is the namespace of Prometheus activated now? Now every Prometheus component will store under the Prometheus namespace. Now here comes the last command and main command to install the Prometheus. So if you go and check this one, with the help of Helm, see already it got installed. It got installed within second only, but let me explain the command for you. So with the help of Helm, I'm installing the Prometheus from the Prometheus community chat. And in which namespace I'm installing the Helm chart here? Prometheus. And I'm setting the alert manager of persistence volume called GP2. I need to have a volume. So the volume I have taken is GP2. Why? Because volume need to store the data. That is the only thing you need to understand. This small command done the complete installation of Prometheus. Again, I'm telling you one more time. With the help of Helm, wait. With the help of Helm, I'm installing the Prometheus from the Prometheus community chat of Prometheus, and I'm choosing the Prometheus namespace, and I'm setting the alert manager with the persistence volume of storage GP2, and I'm setting the persistence volume storage of GP2 here. That's it. That single command will download all the requirements of the Prometheus from the Helm chart and install. See here, you doesn't need to require to remember this command. Already these commands will be given from the Helm repos actually. If you go and see, in real time, even I doesn't need to require to remember anything. Here already have the Helm repo add, right? So directly you can go and you can use the Helm repo install. That's it. So automatically it will be installing for you. So now if you get pods for Prometheus namespace, now in Prometheus namespace, is your pods running or not, sir? So these pods is running on Prometheus namespace to create the Prometheus software actual. That means Prometheus tool like that. And again, you can get the service also. If you get all, here you can get service also. So you can get replica set, you can get stateful application, you can get deployment, you can get daemon set, everything you are able to see it. So in the same way, we are also going to install Grafana also. Okay, again same way. So again to install Grafana, I'm gonna create the namespace for Grafana. So give the command KubeCut will get ns. Are you seeing Grafana namespace? The reason I create Grafana namespace is to put all the parts of Grafana at a single place. So after that, again same command Helm install Grafana from the Grafana repository in the namespace of Grafana, and you set to persistent storage class name. Storage class what I am taking here, GP2, and persistence here I have enabled as true. and I'm giving the admin password. While login to Prometheus, do we have username and password? No. But for Grafana, we have username and password or not, sir? Default username is, default password is, but here I'm putting my custom password. That is Raham DevOps. You can put whatever the password you want. And finally, hyphen set service type. I'm exposing Grafana from the load balancer service. Which service? Like that. Again, I'm repeating second time. With the help of Helm, I'm installing Grafana from the Grafana chart in the namespace of Grafana, and I'm enabling the persistence storage class of GP2. And I'm using the persistence enable true here, and I'm setting the admin password of Raham DevOps, as well as I'm setting the service type for this Grafana will be load balancer. Copy them and paste it. That's it. Now your Grafana is also installed. Have you seen that is installed here? Within one click, it will be installed. In last class, I given you very big script. But here, how many commands we are doing? 2 commands. Downloading the repo, installing the repo. Correct or not? Of course, I am creating namespace for my requirement, but only 2 commands. Download the repo, install. Download the repo, install. Now tell me, is Helm very good package or not, sir? Why? Because within 2 commands, you are installing anything, whatever you want. Correct or not? Yes. So now get the service of Grafana. I'm gonna get the service of Grafana by using this command. Are you seeing load balancer DNS here? And even if you go to your AWS account, in the AWS account, in the EC2 section, you can see new load balancer. You can go and see, is the load balancer just now created or not, sir? At 4:44. What is the time now? That means just now it got created. You can copy the DNS name from here, or you can copy the DNS name from here and paste it on the browser. So by default, it will take 30 seconds as buffer time. So wait for 30 seconds. After your Grafana dashboard will be ready. Now you can go and see is Grafana loading or not, sir. That's it. What is the by default username? What is the password we set here? Raham DevOps. Copy this, paste it out. That's it, sir. Now your Grafana is done. So now what you can do? You can monitor your Kubernetes cluster. You can monitor everything actually. You can monitor the pods. You can monitor the nodes. You can monitor the containers. You can monitor the namespace. You can monitor the volumes. Anything you can monitor. But here I want to configure my data source. What is the data source here? Explain the meaning of data source, I'm asking. From where the data is generating actually. So click on data source. Our data source in the course is gonna be Prometheus. So here we need to give the public IP address of Prometheus or not, sir? But remember, I haven't used Prometheus here. That means I won't get public IP address in everything. Here you need to use a common URL to connect for it. Okay. So copy paste the common URL. It is a common URL to connect for the clusters in real time. Copy paste, click on save and test. Is it able to connecting or not, sir? Sir, in last class, you are giving public IP address of Prometheus to connect, but now I'm using the common URL. Okay. So remember, if you want to connect the Kubernetes cluster, this will be common URL for every cluster connection. So make sure you are giving the same URL. Now you can go and import the dashboard as it is. Click on place, import the dashboard. So I'm using code. Which code I'm using first of all here? 6417. That is the common port, like a code, which is used to monitor the Kubernetes cluster. So let me select the data source here. Click on import. Now you can go and see how many number of replicas you are having. How many number of nodes you are having? 3 for our cluster. In our cluster, how many pods are running? 28. If you want to see it lively, kubectl get PO hyphen A. That means it is going to list all the pods from all namespace. Are you seeing all the pods here? I want to get a number of pods here. Just give WC hyphen L. How many number of pods there? 29 will come with this name. Okay. That is a line number actually. Apart from that, let's count the rest of the line numbers. How many number of line numbers you are having? 28. Okay. So don't include this one. That means we are having 28 pods. How many number of containers are running? 40. And in the refresh button, I'm going to make it for every 5 seconds. So for every 5 seconds, if you put any data, the data will come actually. Okay. So here, if I create a new pods, will that new pods going to replicate? Of course, it will replicate. Let's create a new pod. kubectl run pod1 image nginx. Is the pod got created? Now instead of 28, you are going to get 29. But remember, it will take some time for Grafana to load. It's not like monolithic. Microservice will take some time to replicate. Okay. So I'll wait for some time. Just see it in the meanwhile. How many number of pods are running still here? But we create a new one, right? Sir, why it won't replicate means it will take sometimes in the microservice. Already I said you. Is it replicated now? So like this. And even though if you go and see number of containers, previously 40, but now 41. Like that. If any container got failed also, you can see here. For example, you can see number of success pod, number of pods are in pending state, number of pods got. Now this time I intentionally go and fail a pod. Name I'm giving wrong. Oh wait, pod 1 is existed. I'm gonna give pod 2. Sir, name I have given wrong or not, sir? Image name wrong. Whenever you give image name wrong, what will happen? Your pod will not create. It is on which status here? Error image pull. Now you can go and see that will come under the pod's failure and pending status. But again, we need to wait for some time. Just wait for it. Are you seeing pods got on pending status? Why it got pending? Why? Because that image doesn't exist. So pod will be going to failed automatically. So like this, if you create a new pod, the pods will come. And if you delete existing pod, the pods are going to delete actually like that. Okay. And apart from that, here the best thing about the dashboard is you can monitor entire cluster and you can monitor individual node also. For example, how many nodes you are having? Total 3 nodes. One master, 2 worker. Sir, I want to monitor only worker node. I don't want to monitor the entire cluster. So it look like this actually. So it is my cluster. Okay. That is my master node and this will be my worker nodes. Sir, I want to monitor only worker node. I doesn't want to monitor the entire cluster. Till now I monitor the entire cluster, but this time I want to monitor only one worker node. So how can you do it? Means we have an option for it. For example, in the space of node, just to give the node ID. What you need to give? How do you get the node ID? kubectl get no. Are you getting the node ID here? Copy this node ID and give it here. Now automatically you will be getting the values from that particular node only. Let's go and check the values. Number of nodes. How many you are monitoring now? 1. Okay. So if I click on refresh, let me change out the values. Let me refresh here. So number of pods are there now? 29. Number of containers? 41. So currently these values are not changing. It will wait some time and it is going to give me the values of that particular node only. Let's wait for some time. So these values will become slowly changing after some time. So you can get it. In the same way, sir, for example, I don't want to monitor the all namespace. I want to monitor the namespace of Prometheus only. Which namespace? So in the namespace, put here Prometheus. What I'm gonna put here? The moment if you put namespace Prometheus, automatically values will change. How many pods in Prometheus namespace? 7. How many containers are there? 8. No, sir, I want to monitor Grafana namespace. Grafana. In Grafana, how many pods are there? And how many containers? 1. No, sir, I want to monitor default namespace. In default namespace, how many pods are there? Wait, it will keep changing. Why? Because in default we have 2 actually. Wait. So we have 1 pods and we have 1 containers and the rest of the things are on waiting, pending status. Which status? No, sir, I want to monitor the cube system namespace. In the cube system, how many number of pods are running? And how many containers? So we can monitor individual nodes and we can monitor the individual namespace. It's up to your choice. So is the concept of monitoring the Kubernetes cluster clear for all of you? It is the dashboard number 1. So online is the monitoring of microservices architecture clear for all of you? Can you please confirm in the chat box? Okay. So next I'm going to create dashboard number 2 here. So click on plus, click on new dashboard. So click on import dashboard. The next ID I'm going to use is 315. Which one? Sir, why I'm using this dashboard is this dashboard will be showing the pod network, pod CPU, pod memory, and some other values also. File system of the pods. Okay. So let me give the value here. Load. Fine. Now if you go and check out in our total cluster, how much of GB we are having the RAM, sir? 11.4 gigs of RAM we are having, but how much of RAM is used? 4.48. And how many number of CPUs we are having in the cluster? But till now we are not using any CPU. Why? Because I don't have much pods that is consuming CPU. And are you seeing the network of my pods here? Here we have 2 things. Green color indicate received traffic. Which traffic? And yellow color is indicating send traffic. That means you can see how much of traffic I'm receiving and how much of traffic I'm sending. Basically here I'm not exposing any application, so my traffic is very less. But if I start exposing, that is going to become very, very high for me. Okay. So apart from that, if we come here, system services of CPU, wait, container CPU usage. Are you seeing number of containers using the CPU or not, sir? If I want to maximize, which key I want to press? V. So container number 1 is using 0.012 CPU. Container number 2 is using 0. CPU. Container number 3 is using 0.000158 CPU. You can check the CPU utilization of the pods actual. Of course, if I give some stress, automatically this value is going to that already you know. Like this. You can see the container CPU utilization as well as container memory utilization, pod utilization also. And you can check the process of pods actually. Are you checking the memory usage of pods? No. 0.015 MB. So it is using by pod number 1 here. Okay. So you can check which container and which pod is using how much of CPU, how much of memory in a clear diagrammatical way. Are you seeing it, sir? Are you able to see it or not? The process called qpod.slice is using how much of RAM here? 1 GB of RAM. How much? 1 GB. So like this, you can check whatever you want. See, it depends upon your choice, what exactly you want to check. Like that. So it is for all nodes. No, sir, I want to monitor my worker node 1. Go for worker node 1. So this can also monitor the worker node 1. In worker node 1, how much of CPU or like RAM we are having? 3. In that 3.8 RAM, already I used the 1 point. And how many number of CPUs I'm having? 2. Like that. And apart from that, I'm going to show you one more dashboard also. Again, I'm importing the new dashboard. This time the ID is 1145. This I want to monitor for my PV and PVCs. Okay. Click on load, import. Currently, I want to show how many PV and PVC are there. So if I use the command kubectl get PV, comma PVC, I'm showing both PV and PVCs. How many PV and PVCs I'm having here? 3. If you go and check out in the stats here and the usage here, you can see the PV and PVCs. How many PV and PVCs you are having? 3. One is for Grafana, second one is for Prometheus, third one is for again Prometheus. If you go to stats, in the stats, are you seeing the 3 PVs? No. Okay. So first PV I am using for Prometheus. Which one? Second one also using for, and next one I'm using for Grafana. So if you go for alerting details here I don't have alerting actually. Wait. In the use rate, you can check how much of PV I'm using now. Okay. So like this, I can able to use and check whatever I want from the dashboards. But the only thing you need to have is here. What you need to have? Codes. Code that will show the dashboard. Code that will show the dashboard. Like that. Sir, I want to show the pod metrics. I want to see pod metrics. Use the code 747. Again, click on plus, click on import dashboard, load data source. Are you seeing the pod metrics now? You can see the IP address of the pod. You can see the status as failed. You can see the network, data and transmission, how much of thing I'm showing. How much of memory is pod using now? And how much of CPU is using? 0.50. So like this, you can also monitor the individual pods. So basically, if I click on drop down, are you seeing all the pods here? For example, I want to monitor a pod called pod 1. Select a pod 1 here. Are you seeing pod 1 IP address? Are you seeing status as failed or not, sir? So like this, guys, you can monitor the individual pods also with the help of port number. I mean like port not like code number 747. And the last one I want to show for all of you is Kubernetes overview dashboard. So I go for 14623. What I'll go for? Again, so click on plus, import dashboard. Prometheus and click on import. You can see the complete dashboard of the Kubernetes. So currently our control plane means master, already you know. It is running or not, sir? How many number of nodes are there? All of them are available or unavailable. And for our complete cluster, how much of CPU we are requesting? 31. How much of memory we are requesting? You can see the complete information or not, sir. You can see number of pods. You can see the CPU and memory utilization for the pods. You can see RAM utilization for the pods. And you can see everything. Complete overview of our pods actually. Complete. Your API request it is getting how much of request? How many kubectl apply I'm getting? How many kubectl get comments I'm running? How many kubectl list command? How many kubectl post? How many kubectl put? Each and every action I'm performing to my API server, am I getting the values or not, sir? Yes. So this is very, very high-end dashboard of your Kubernetes cluster actually. It's very high-end. That's it. But again, all the codes I have given for you in the notes itself, you can directly use the codes. But no, sir, I want to explore some of the new dashboards. I want to learn something new. Dashboards will be coming from where, sir? Grafana? Grafana. Cloud actually. Where we are getting from? So let me go and show the Grafana cloud here. Grafana dashboards. Can go to Grafana dashboards here. So here what you want to monitor now? Kubernetes, right? So type here Kubernetes. Are you getting the dashboards now? For example, let's say this dashboard is very, very good to see. If I want to get this dashboard, first of all, I need to go and I need to check the data source. Do I have data source Prometheus? What is the ID here? Copy it. Click on plus. Import dashboard. There you go. And dependence is very, very important here. Okay. Am I getting the dashboard or not, sir? This is even better, right? I mean, like whatever the dashboard I shown you lastly, and now this is also going to be same dashboard, but user interface is changing. What is changing? So you can check the CPU utilization, memory utilization of containers, pod, everything. Currently, as of now, it's not working, but it will get the data in the upcoming days. Okay, it is one of the new code, I can say. Wait, here, yeah. It is also Kubernetes overview dashboard. No, sir, I want to see some other dashboards. For example, let's say if I go back to my here, if I come back, like I found, wait, let me check one better one for you. The dashboard looks good here. If I want to use it, I need to go here. First of all, I need to check the data source. Do I have Prometheus? What is the ID? 24. Import and give the ID. Prometheus. Are you seeing the new dashboard here? You can do anything in real time, but the only thing is you need to understand your requirement. Based upon your requirement, go and check the dashboard, copy paste the ID, import the dashboard. But if you want to create your custom dashboard, even you can create it. But for that purpose, you need to learn the Go programming. Which one? Already community people is giving a lot of dashboards. So you can go and you can choose them. So is the concept of using the Grafana to monitor the Kubernetes cluster clear for all of you or not? Online, what about you guys? Is the concept of monitoring clear for all of you or not? Okay, clear. And one of the best part about the Grafana and Prometheus is you can send the alerts also. You can send the alerts you can send to PagerDuty, email, Slack, Microsoft Team. Here I'm going to show you email. What I'm going to show you? How to send the alerts to the email. But remember, whenever if you want to send any email to like any email to your Gmail actually from any tool, for example, from Jenkins, I can send email. Okay. From Kubernetes monitoring, I can send email. And Datadog, we can send email. Any tool from any tool, we can send email. But if I want to send a email from any tool, I need to configure SMTP server. Which one? Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. SMTP. First of all, I need to configure that one. If I don't configure that one, I cannot able to send emails. Okay. So if I want to send alerts, spelling is wrong. Wait. So if I want to send alerts, how can I send it? First of all, I need to go to my Google and I need to get my authenticator code actually. So in the browser, type my Google account. What you need to type? So after typing this one, you need to go for security and go for two-step verification. I have given the step-by-step here for you. See. Go here and go for here next. Security. So here we need to go for two-step verification. In the March, I shown to my students like how to send the emails, but again, I'm showing it one more time for you. Go here and enter your password. But the worst part is I forgot the password. Let me reset. Go on. Wait. I forgot it. Wait, use passkey. Nice, amma. It's not. I forgot the password. Like, hey, wait, what is the password? Here, I don't have forgot password option. Wait, give me a second. Let me reset it from my mobile. Give me a second. Give me 1 second online. Let me reset it from the mobile. Wait, I got it. I just remember it now. So here now we can go and see in the password and security keys. Next step. Okay. In two-step verification, you need to go for app password. So you need to enable this one. So here you can go for app password here. The app password. Let me come back. Let me come back. Wait. Yeah. So after coming to this one in the security section, so you need to go for two-step verification. Is it on now? Okay. So after that, here you need to go for application password. Do you have application password here? No. Then where can I get the application password here? How can I get application password, sir? So if you go to here and search here, application password. Are you seeing app passwords here? If you don't find it, just go and search out here. That's fine. So here the application name will be Grafana. Which application name? Click on create and you'll be getting the code. So copy paste this code actually. What I need to do? Copy paste. After copy pasting it them, now you have the password. That password will trigger the email from Grafana to your email. Let's say it's my Grafana. Okay. Here I have the Grafana server which is monitoring my cluster. Now this Grafana want to send the email for you. What it want to send? So now you have your laptop. In this laptop, it want to send a email. So how it is gonna send the email means already I have a password from my email to give for Grafana, but I need to configure some settings on Grafana. Then only I can be able to do it. Sir, go to the server where you install Grafana, and here now you are going to use this thing actually. Okay. And one more thing I forgot to tell you. Basically, this you need to do it on the normal server. Why? Because here I'm installing Grafana from the Helm charts. So this configuration file will not be available. If you want to send the alerts, you need to take separate server for it. What you need to take? Let me take a separate server and install Grafana on it in the meanwhile. I forgot to tell you this point for you. Wait. Launch instance, Grafana server. Let me set up this one on here, okay? Why? Because remember, guys, here I want to change the configuration of the Grafana. What I want to change? But remember here, Grafana, how we install, sir? How we install? I have installed from the Helm charts. So that configuration file will not be available on my server. That is the reason I'm taking some separate server to install Grafana there, okay? So here my node exporter is running, my Prometheus is running, and finally my Grafana is also running. What is the default username and password for Grafana? Admin, okay? Default password also. I'm giving static password Raham123 now. Submit. So now here it is my dashboard actually, okay? So if I want to configure the alerts, first of all in the server, I need to go for the file called this file. Okay, I need to go for this file. So I'm copying and I'm pasting it here. Are you seeing the configuration? So in the line number 892, which line number? You need to write the configuration, how exactly I have written. So go to line number 892 by colon 892. Wait. Is it this line number changed or what? Give me a second. Slash SMTP. Wait. Oh, so I think it got changed. Now the line number is 900. So guys, for every new version, the line numbers will be changing. If I get a new update, configuration will increase and line number will change. Let me give the new line number here. 935. So in the SMTP section, first of all, I need to make the SMTP as true. But here, what is the SMTP configuration here? Go ahead and check. SMTP configuration is false. So I need to uncomment this one and I need to make it as true. First one. Second one, in the host section, I need to give smtp.gmail.com 500. This is the default one for everyone. That means I'm enabling the SMTP Gmail from the port number 587. So give this one. So after that, you need to mention the username here. What we need to mention? Simply the username indicates here email, to which email you want to send the alert. Sir, I want to send the email alert to DevOpsBerham@the rate of gmail.com. But in your case, you need to give your email. First of all, I'm enabling the SMTP server. Now I'm giving the host and I'm giving the user email. After that, here we need to provide the password, sir. What we need to provide? How can I provide the password? Already we copy pasted, right? If you go here, are you seeing the application password? Whatever the password I generated previously, I copy paste the password here. So copy the same password and give it there. Next, if you are having any certificate file, go and give the certificate file. But I'm not having any. So next, to skip verify. I want to give the skip verify as true again. And uncomment this one. And finally, from address, you need to give again your same email. Here you need to configure how exactly I'm configuring, guys. Okay. From the from address section, here you are going to give the DevOpsBerham@the rate of gmail.com. Again, here I have given this from address. And name of the tool will be here Grafana. How exactly I have done the configuration here? In the same way, you need to do the configuration for your server. Once if your configuration is done, then we are good to go. So let me copy and paste exact things here on your notes. So is the configuration clear for all of you now? Once your configuration is done, you need to restart and check the status. So let me go and restart and check the status. Status running now. Is it activated? That means our configuration is correct. Now, how you are going to send the alert means go back to your Grafana in the alerting section. Okay. You need to go and you need to click on create alerting rules and you need to create the contact points. So the first thing in the alerting rule section, I'm going to go and create a new rule called Grafana. Okay. In the alerting rules, I'm going to get a new create. Name of the rule will be Grafana. I'm going to take. Of course, rule name can be anything. And here I want to give the values. What is the values I want to give? Sir, I want to monitor the metrics of CPU server. Which one? I want to monitor the node memory active bytes. That means how much of memory is active and how much of memory is free. I want to get that. So in that case, what I'll be doing? In the metric section, here I need to go and I need to give these values. Wait. You're up. No. Oh, wait. Guys, here, sorry, basically, I need to enable the Prometheus here. Basically, we haven't set the data source still, right? See, Grafana want to send the data for us. What Grafana want to send? But before configuring data source, how can it send data, sir? Have I configured data source here for the new server? No, I missed that part. It is not showing. That is the reason. Let me give it. Once if this is done, now you can go ahead and set the alerting rules. In the alerting rules, click on new alerting rule. So here rule name will be Grafana. Now here I am getting data from the Prometheus actually in the metric. For example, if you want to monitor the CPU actually. So I can go node CPU per second bytes and total second, whatever you want. Sir, if I want to monitor the memory, so just to go for node memory. Are you seeing the node memory here? How much of bytes is free? How much of bytes is available? Whatever you want to monitor, select that parameter. Here I want to monitor the node CPU total seconds. Okay. And here label, wait, node underscore CPU underscore seconds total. So in the label, I want to select instance and the value I want to get is localhost 9100. That means I am getting the values from my localhost 9100. Localhost 9100 means our node exporter is giving the values. Okay. Coming to the last one here. Now I want to give the expression. Okay. Input A is nothing but function. What I want to give input A is nothing but function. And the last I want to give mode as strict here. Okay. Input as function. Wait. So I want to get the minimum value. Mode I'm going to give it as strict. Okay. And in the next section here, input B is above 0.7. That means if my CPU percentage is above 0.7, I want to trigger a email. What I want to trigger? Email. So click on preview. If I click on preview automatically, so this will come. Whenever your CPU percentage is more than 0.7, you will be getting a email. So you can get like this. After getting all of them, and you can go for the pending period, cooling period, everything you can go. But before that, in the folder, click on new folder. Folder name, I want to get it as Grafana Matrix. Grafana Matrix. Click on create. So now new evaluation group. So group name, I can go for evaluation interval. I can go for every 1 minute. Like here, I don't want 1 minute. I want to go for every 30 seconds. But for 30 seconds is not running now. Why? Because I want to give the evaluation group. Again, I'm going to give metrics here. I want to get it for every 30 seconds. That's it. So now once if you're done with the every configuration, so pending period, you can go for 30 seconds and evaluation group, you can go for whatever name you want. If you done anything like this, and after that, if I go for click on save, now automatically, wait, there is error in the form. Please correct and try again. Wait, guys, where is error? In the B, we are having it. Wait. Reduce operation is not needed. Okay. Input query or expression A is already reducing the data. Wait, guys. Let me refresh this page and let me configure one more time. Grafana. Seconds. Wait. So let me give the instance 9100. Okay, it is clear till now. Okay, instance 9100. So input A, I need to give function last. Okay, mode and strict. So the only thing I want to give is here last. So basically I have given minimum, that is the reason. Okay. For B is above, I want to give 0.7. That's it. So if you go for preview, these are the values generating. Fine. So after that, next year you are going to give the folder. So already I have given the folder called Grafana Matrix. And after giving the folder, now the last thing you're gonna set is evaluation group. Have you done with evaluation group previously? Yes. Go for new evaluation group. Name will be CPU and click on create. The moment if you create, click on save and rule. I need to disable the preview section. Wait. I'm enabling the preview every time. Why? Because to show you. But here that is the reason why it is failing. It's okay, fine. This thought time I'm creating. Wow. And one more thing, in the contact point, you need to go and give your username actually. So let me take the duplicate tab here. First of all, I need to go and create the contact point. I'm gonna save as it is. Take a duplicate tab. Why? Because you are sending the emails, right? So for sending the email, you need to go and give the contact point. So it is a default email that which Grafana is gonna use, but I want to give my email. So where you can provide your email here. Now contact points, you can go and you can give it. So I'm taking a duplicate tab. In the duplicate tab, go for contact points. Add contact point. My contact point name, I'm gonna give it as Raham contact. Email address will be DevOps by Raham at the rate of gmail.com. So this you need to do initially. So if I click on test, click on send notification. So it will give me a notification immediately. So if I go and check my Gmail, so automatically the Grafana I'll be getting a notification now. So you can go for here. In the primary, if you can go and see, are you seeing it is firing a alert or not, sir? It filing a alert or not? There's a test notification. Now, once you're done with the test notification, so I can go and click on save as a contact point. Now, here you need to give this contact point exactly. So if I click on here, I'm getting Raham here now. So if I click on save and exit, automatically for every 30 seconds, Raham will get a email that so and so CPU is utilizing 70% or 80 or 90. So like that. Let me go and check. Here for every how many seconds we are going to get the data, sir? I put 30, but in real time you can put for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depends upon your choice. Are you seeing one rule is pending now? If I go on drop down, it is pending from 5 seconds. It is gonna send this data actually for me. Okay. So here currently it is on normal mode. If I go back and if I click on refresh, the moment if I go refresh, automatically what will happen, in the social and updates. Wait, sometimes it won't go for updates actually. Let me go for spam. Wait. Let me try for Grafana. It is better one. So type for Grafana. In the Grafana, you got the first email at 5:30. Correct or not, sir? So wait for next firing. So it will be getting the next firing in the upcoming minutes for you. But we need to wait for some time until we get the triggers. Okay. But the worst part is here, my server is server not my Gmail is out of storage. So sometimes I won't get maybe. The spam I'm not seeing. All mails, no. Grafana. Are you seeing Grafana is sending the data for me? So you see, how many times I have got fired here? That means 5 times I got the notification. Are you seeing it now? How many cores of CPU is consuming and everything you are able to see it or not, sir? But where you get means you won't get it on normal messages. Sometimes you can get on spam or any other promotions or like any other page it is going to go for you. So like in this way, you can be able to get the alert from the Grafana actually. Are you seeing it now? Sending or not? You can see like what kind of notification you are getting and what it is telling for you. Entire thing you can set from here actually. Okay. And again, it depends upon your choice what to send. So I can run a query. If you can go and see, are you seeing the values or not, sir? If I click on view alert, so directly I can be able to go from my Gmail to alerting point here. Of course, it is not connecting. It will take some time still. Okay. So you can get the values, you can get the alerting rules and everything you can see. For every 30 seconds, we'll be getting the value. For how many seconds here? 30 seconds. So this is the way how exactly you are going to send the alerts. But remember, this is not a DevOps engineer work. It is the work of IT team. Which team? So for every organization, we have the IT people whose primary work is to monitor. But as a DevOps, we don't monitor much. We do on deployment and automating everything. Okay. But it is better to have the knowledge. That's it. So in today's session, which topics we have covered? Helm charts and monitoring the microservice architecture, and finally sending the email to the like sending the notification to emails from the alerting and contact point. That's it. So is the concept clear for all of you now today? What is Helm and how to deploy application from the Helm clear for all of you? Online, is the class clear for all of you? Can you please confirm in the chat box? Okay. So now online, if you are having any queries, you can raise your hand. I'm gonna give unmute option for you. And offline, you can go ahead with your queries. Okay. So Ram, you wanna speak? Let me give unmute option for you. Go ahead, Ram.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, Ram.
Yeah. So instead of using a Gmail, can we use a inbuilt AWS services to send and receive emails
No,
or
SNS, SQS
SMS?
you can use, Ram. It's completely fine. You can use them also.
How to configure it? So any document or any?
Like if you want it, I'll provide some insight for you. So please ping me on Telegram channel. Okay, I'll send a document for you.
Okay, okay, sure.
Yep. And Sridhar sir, due to some circumstances, I missed some of the Docker and KDS classes. So I want to repeat topic in upcoming lectures. Sure, Sridhar. So when Docker and Kubernetes start for my upcoming batch, I'll let you know. But as of now, I'm in still Git for the upcoming days classes. Okay, that means the next batch. So it will take at least 1 month from now to go for Docker and Kubernetes. Next, sir, to monitor Kubernetes, does Prometheus and Grafana has to be installed on pod inside cluster? No, 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 no. You can install that from separate monitoring server, or you can install it on cluster. It depends upon your choice, Rajesh, from where to install. But in real time for monitoring, we put separate servers. We never install Prometheus Grafana in the same mission wherever cluster is running. Hope it is clear for you, Rajesh. Okay. So online or offline, any queries from you before I wrap? Yeah. Grafana server is outside of? Uh, So even though your Grafana is outside of your cluster, we can still configure. In real time, we will install Prometheus Grafana in a separate server. We never install on the same Kubernetes cluster. But for your clarity and for better approach, I installed on same server. But second time, when you see, I install Prometheus Grafana on which server? Separate or not. Again, it's up to your choice whether to install on same or separate. But if you ask me, separate server will be ideally preferable in real time. Is that clear? So still any queries online or offline? Okay. So now I think this is enough for today's session. But before coming to tomorrow's class, I will let you know tomorrow we do have class or not. Why? Because I'm feeling severely fever actually. So even unable to speak properly also. If everything is fine, I'll come to tomorrow's class as this. But if something is going wrong, I'll intimate in the Telegram channel. So please check your Telegram channel and Google Classroom before you come to tomorrow's session. Okay. But again, 99% I'll try to come. But if the situation is worst, I'll take leave for tomorrow. Okay. Make happy again. Eh? Okay. Okay then. So let's meet on tomorrow's session with some new topic. Have a great day. Bye all. Thank you, Vikram and Sridhar. Thank you. Those are difficult.